Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna make a video on diet according to physiology. There's a really common photo out there of a carnivore, and it shows like the claws and the big teeth and the jaws, and then the omnivore being like a wolf. It's got the paws, and you know what their face looks like. And then another is the herbivore, where it's got the hoof, it's got the four stomachs, with the fermentation chamber, basically like a incredibly large cecum. And then there's the frugivore species, which this depiction says both humans and great apes fall under. And I just want to talk a little bit about that, share my thoughts. I think even calling apes frugivore species is kind of ridiculous just because of the lack of fruit that's actually available full time. It's shown that all mammals, all mammals thrive on a ketogenic or a high-fat diet. If we look at an herbivore or even an ape, they're going to eat a lot of greens. The staple of their diet is generally going to be greens. And chimps and great apes, they'll even eat other animals as well. But when, say, like a cow or a horse or even an ape breaks down this plant matter, it gets converted in the body into fatty acids. So they're running primarily on fatty acids. There's the common misconception that we're like apes because, we have the same digestive tract, which is totally false. Go online, look it up. Apes have a much larger cecum, which gives them a much greater ability to break down leafy greens. Humans do not have this capacity. I've experienced it myself when I eat a lot of greens or when I eat a high fiber diet. It really affects my mental, emotional, physical well-being. It really messes me up. I get constipated. It just doesn't feel good. I just don't digest it. It comes out looking the same. And the reason is because we don't have the same capacity as apes. Or, look at the herbivore, for example. They've got the multiple chambers. They even have a single chamber dedicated to just fermenting leafy greens because foliage, like leafy greens, aren't actually digested like meat is with hydrochloric acid. It's only fermented and broken down with bacteria or worms, whatever you want to call them, little critters that are in this compartment. And what they do is, just like in the ground, the bacteria break down the leafy greens and they convert it into fatty acids, which are used as the main source of fuel. So guys, go online, check all this information out. It was pretty surprising to me, just because there's so many other gurus out there touting this, misinformation that we're, supposed to be frutarian or some frugivore species. It's just not even sensible if you look into it. I mean, where do you find fruit all year round? I've been to so many different tropical regions. I've never seen fruit growing in abundance all year round, besides coconuts, but you're mostly going to be eating the jelly, which is high fat anyway, so that kind of debunks that. Other thoughts? Just the size of the digestive tract is so different in proportion between the apes and the humans, and we as humans produce a very strong hydrochloric acid, which isn't produced in the same manner within, say, like a herbivore or a great ape. We produce maybe like between 1.5 to 2 pH hydrochloric acid, which will incinerate bone, like raw bone. It'll break down meat. I find that I digest red meat much easier than I ever did with, say, like a salad. So this was pretty shocking to me, coming out of the the raw vegan, frutarian, detox communities. It was really eye-opening for me. But I mean, the evidence is clear. If we actually like study the anatomy of these other animals, and then take a look at how their digestive process actually plays out, they're pretty much all on a ketogenic diet. Most animals in nature, or I should say most mammals, or at least the mammals that I know of. You know, I mean, they'll eat some carbs, sure, but the staple of their diet is going to be greens. I don't believe ours is greens whatsoever. Um, and on that note, like if we're talking about fruit, I would say 100% of the fruit that you find in the store is man-made or hybridized in some form or fashion. Uh, you don't really see those same types of fruit out in nature. You might find some like berries during a certain time of the year. You know, there's wild like lingonberries and blueberries and strawberries and wild raspberries, um, and many other beyond that too. But they're just not going to be in abundance like uh, like in northern climates. Obviously, we're going to be dependent upon animal foods for sure. And even in the tropics, you know, there might be a greater availability of, say, maybe like coconuts, mangoes for part of the year. But really, guys, I mean, I've been to Bali, been to, you know, the tropical parts of Australia, Central America, Mexico, and I did not find the fruit. And so, hope you found this video enlightening. Let's see, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe for more content, and stay tuned for more, guys. Thanks.